You've talked about being on set, and you get these glorious spreads of food.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you and I can relate. I mean, a buffet at one point in time in my life was like it, baby.
Right. It was a challenge. It was
Yeah.
it was like who do you think's going to win? I'm going to win. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm going
Yeah.
to get more than $89 out of you
That's
or
right.
whatever a
Yeah.
buffet costs. I don't know.
That's it, dude. And it's like I go to these work dinners sometimes and they're laid out, and I'm like, man, and I'll never forget one work dinner. We went to this place in New York City. It was unbelievably cool. In the basement, this little Italian place, and we were like, the dinner of the evening. Dude, they brought out every appetizer on the menu. I mean, they were doing extra food they've never made before. And I'm just like, and I remember that time I was doing keto, and I was like, yeah, well, this isn't happening tonight. It's gone,
Right.
And that happened. That was like a 2 week long, like kind of trip I was on. I mean, it happened like 12 more times. And I'm like, wow, this is impossible. And then if you don't eat, in some situations, I'm sure you can relate. If you don't eat the food they bring out, well, then you're being rude, or
Right.
then they get into, well, oh, you're fat. I know why you're dieting, or oh, do you have diabetes? It's like, no, dude, I'm just trying to stick to a meal plan here. Like you get grilled for it, but if someone's jacked, like one of my former colleagues was a big fitness guy, nobody ever questioned him.
No, they look at him and they go, of course he doesn't eat this.
Right. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if I try to eat like that, you're like, oh, hey, I know you want this. I know you
Yeah.
try. This sucks, right? And it's like,
All
okay.
we have to do is tempt you. We know there's a level. We get the temptation and you're going to break.
And they push, right?
Of course.
They
They want to
love
win. It's all, I feel like with dudes and in those situations, it's all, I was in LA recently, and a buddy of mine has a restaurant, and it's also like a social place. Like there's a bar in the back and people hang out. I don't drink, and I'm on a diet all the time anyway.
Good
right?
luck.
Yeah. And so I go and I'm like, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat. And then 4 hours goes by and I'm hanging out with my friends, and I'm fine. And they're all eating dinner. I'm finally like, well, I can find something on his menu, and I'll tell him the guy's my friend. He can make me some food. So I say, I want this and this and that. And he goes, but I got these specials. I really want you to try. And I said, no, I'm on a diet. So he makes me my food. I eat my food. And then we sit there another hour. And then suddenly the table is filled with food that nobody ordered. And he's like, come on, just have a bite of everything. And my friends are able to do that, where they have a bite. And then I'm looking at this food that my good friend just prepared basically for me. And I'm like, I'm not going to leave food on the plate. I don't leave food on the plate. I'm eating all of it. It's all getting eaten,
Yeah, it's going down.
Yeah.
And how guilty, so then you start that mental warfare, right? It's like, dude, I feel like I'm being an asshole right now because I'm disrespecting my friend who loves me and made me this spread. And it's art to him, so I want to compliment him. But then the other side of you're like, oh, there you go again, bro.
Right.
Off the rails,
You can't, yeah, you're in a situation where no matter what you do, you can't win.
Yeah. Yeah. And to make matters worse, I come from the Midwest. I, hail from Ohio. So, very Midwest, very from scratch, a lot of vegetables, farm type stuff growing up. Grandma, I mean, dude, coming over, what do you want? It was every time I stepped in that house, it could be 1 a.m. or 2 p.m. She's like, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, I just say, I'm going to make you something. What do you want?
Right, right.
And that's always carried through. It's like if someone does make me food, or, especially in the past, they're massive portions, right? It's never just, oh, just try a little bit,
right.
Oh, you got to eat the whole thing.
Right. I'm going to make you a bite and you'll get a sense of what this is.
Yeah, exactly.